Disclaimer, I do not dislike TVSins, and that is not a lie. So for this video, I'm doing the TVSins video for the Phineas and Ferb episode Rollercoaster, and while I'm specifically doing this video for Captain Vader's birthday, I do also want to give a shout out to Mattia Loran, who suggested that I do Phineas and Ferb videos. Enjoy, everybody.
Building a rocket or fighting a mummy or climbing up the Eiffel Tower.
I love this opening theme song, truly, but man, things have changed. The lyrics now would be something like scrolling through TikTok or yelling at Twitter or scrolling for another hour.
Sinning something you like.
Also, all of those things are super dangerous and should never be shown to impressionable young children, and apparently it's super important to take care of them little
Yes, they are dangerous, but we're being shown them so that we can know that Phineas and Ferb are unique boys with creative imaginations.
Stick with us, 'cause Phineas and Ferb.
What is this? A flip book of every thing that happens in this entire show, all crammed into a 50-second intro? With flex like this show better be hella worth it.
Well, considering that Phineas and Ferb is a pretty amazing cartoon, yeah, I'd say that it is worth it.
The moment you realize that Phineas and Ferb's heads are shaped like the first letters of their name on purpose, and it's been in the title sequence this whole time, but you never noticed it until you had to write stupid sins for the show, and it kind of blew your mind, but then you didn't want to admit you never saw it before now, so you wrote a run on sins about it? Cliché?
I mean, I recall noticing that a long time ago, and also due to how specific that was, I don't see how exactly that's a cliche.
Having your nickname be Swampy.
And that's because it's a play on Jeff's last name, and he added that to his name because he liked that it made his name longer.
What about Perry? What does he want to do?
How many kids watch this show and immediately want a platypus for their birthday, only to find out they're illegal to own, which leads them to realize this entire show is a lie?
Actually, that is why the creators chose Perry to be a platypus as a way to avoid having kids want exotic pets.
Phineas, Ferb.
Rollercoaster commercials.
But the title is referring to the show's main characters, so I don't think that should be counted as a roll credit sin.
As always, Agent P, it is imperative that your cover identity as a mindless domestic pet remains intact.
I mean, if you want to keep something secret, perhaps choose an animal that is a legal domestic pet.
Refer to what I said 2 sins ago.
Maybe I should just add 10 sins for this works. And let's do another 10 for SpongeBob level ridiculousness in the real world. And then maybe 10 more for evil layer is obvious cliche. It's 10 plus 10 plus 10, carry the 7, 13 sins.
Firstly, this show isn't supposed to be taking place in the real world since it has unrealistic things such as pets being secret agents. Secondly, the ridiculousness in SpongeBob can apply to other cartoons like this one, not just that one, since the ridiculousness is intentional.
You may well ask yourself, why would he do this? Well, let me just answer that by saying I haven't really worked out all the bugs yet.
That is not an answer to the perfectly reasonable question you just asked yourself.
Well, that's because Doofenshmirtz doesn't always think his plans through with his narrators, which has happened more than once in this show. So that's a flaw of the character, not the episode itself. And also, Mattia, I haven't said that as often lately because I felt like I hadn't found a whole lot of instances to say it, but we do have one here.
Control-C, Control-V, Control-C, Control-V, with new hair. I know this is just a cartoon, but this is giving me a serious case of vertigo, and not the good Jimmy Stewart plays dress up with Kim Novak kind either. This show is next level insane.
You played the ding sound there, but the sin count didn't change.
Also, Dr. Floofensquirts, or whatever, opens up the roof to enact his evil plan, and I'm just wondering where everything else in his lab has gone?
Fair point, but Dr. Doofenshmirtz is his name.
I know cartoons play fast and loose with physics and stuff, but even cartoons have a they survive this threshold, right?
Yes, because they play fast and loose with physics and stuff, like you just said.
You know, if that thing crashes to Earth, Candace is in charge.
Yes, I do know that, but how do you, considering you weren't anywhere near that conversation?
He probably overheard that conversation between Candace and Linda, considering that he and Ferb were sitting not too far away from them.
Well, he is a platypus. They don't do much.
They're the only mammals to lay eggs.
The spiny anteaters will be very disappointed to hear that. Every single thing Ferb said in this episode is a lie.
You're right about the first part of this sin, but for the second part, that was the only thing that Ferb said in this episode. And here's the end result, everybody. The TVSins sin total was 17, and the sentence will be busted by Candace. Thank you for watching, everybody, and have a nice day.